Well, if it isn't the modern day Catholic Crusaders going 0-2, back to back home game losses. Most anticipated team in school history in terms of performance and promise and potential. Most anticipated class of talent with all the seniors and all the underclassmen having offered scholarships for colleges. All of these players lined up. So much expectation, so much pressure, so much anticipation to see how good this team would be. My opinion, they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be fine. Their expectation, I get it. They're 0-2, they're frustrated. There's gonna be some finger pointing amongst each other, but I believe the staff won't lose the team as fast as most other schools or a group of kids may at other schools or may react at other places, at other programs. I don't think that'll happen with Mater Dei. They got a good enough core nucleus and leadership on the team to not be a victim of that type of mentality where the tide changes and people start blaming each other. I don't think that'll happen. I really don't think so. I believe Mater Dei in week 3 for their third game plays this team Red Mountain out in Arizona next week. They might lose. I heard it's a really good team. They're in a really good league out in Phoenix area, I believe. They might go 0-3 coming back here week 4 against Lincoln. And who knows if they may win that. They may go 0-4 to start the year off. This is a very hard schedule. This is Division 1. This is the best team that they're playing week in, week out. And this is what everybody wanted to see. They lose to Carlsbad 36-35 off of a 2-point conversion, which is an incredible play, by the way. Shouts out to Carlsbad and their offensive coordinator and whoever drew up the play, and the execution was immaculate. But these are really good teams. And Mater Dei has only lost a margin of 15 points. And they played the two top teams in the county. I don't think we should be hitting the panic button. I don't think they should be hitting the panic button or worrying about anything. The only thing that they should be worried about really are these injuries. Lots of injuries today. Lots of injuries last week. I'm hoping they're not severe. I'm hoping they don't take the kids out for too long because you don't want anyone to ever get injured. But that's part of the game. It's an occupational hazard. But you can't help to think, at this rate, with the amount of guys that are being injured and these positions on where they're being injured, I'm talking about skilled players, is there something else going wrong with the training regimen that happened in the off season, or how much activity they were doing before the year got started? Could it be unlucky? Possibly. Could it be the new field? Some things happen like that, and that's not too much out of the realm of possibility. At the end of the day, I'm hoping nothing serious is going on, but I believe everyone right now is pretty shocked on Mater Dei losing their first 2 games out the gate, and they're at home with all the excitement and anticipation going on. Analyzing the game, it's the same thing I saw last week. Mater Dei's offensive line is garbage. They can't play. Watch more film. Tighten up. Look at the deficiencies and study your guy and study the other side on your opponent, who you're playing, and do a better job of playing as one group. I'm talking to the offensive line here. I'm speaking towards them in what they can do to help the team out, because I think they're a liability, and I think they're hurting the team because they're not giving their quarterback a good look to be successful and run the play and give the receivers opportunities, because it starts with the offensive line. Nankill is running around, and he's running more than he's ever ran in his career at the school, from what I'm seeing. And he's still making ridiculous throws. MVP of the team is him so far. McClure is the dude. He's the best receiver in the county. He ain't getting those catches without Nankill making plays, escaping the pocket, and improvising. But he's improvising because his offensive line is incompetent, because the play designs aren't like that unless they're design rollouts, and I'm not the one listening or having the headset on knowing what types of plays they're running exactly. But from what I'm seeing, there's so many breakdowns in the A and the B gaps in the interior on offense during these pass plays, And we all know that Mater Dei likes to pass the ball a lot. And it's screwing everything up. It's screwing up the timing and screwing up the chemistry. And more so than anything that no one's mentioning is that Nankil's taking hits. And he's putting a lot of mileage on his body trying to run. He's not just jogging and having his eyes downfield like Mahomes and launching. He's sprinting because these defenders on the other side of the other team that they're playing are having these head starts, and they're just pinning their ears back because they know they can exploit Mater Dei's bad offensive line. There's nothing wrong with the receivers. Could a couple of them be getting locked up at time to time? Sure, but I don't think that the receivers are at the point where they're just getting hemmed up every single play. That's just unrealistic. So something else that needs to be mentioned too might be the offensive architecture. Maybe the offensive coordinator, Batofi, is calling plays that may not suit the personnel for the team. If the offensive line's bad, they don't have the time to throw, he might just be still calling the same plays. That won't work. I'm not sure. But that's just an observation. That's just something that I may kind of highlight and mention. Because you can't run certain things without the right pieces. You can't make a cake if you have ingredients of tomatoes, peppers, and cantaloupe. It just doesn't work. You need the right ingredients to make the meal work. Mater Dei gave up 36 points in the game. That's a lot. I know Carlsbad has Sayan, probably the best quarterback in the county, and they're going to get their points. But I see a lot of deficiencies in Mater Dei's defense too. And I know having Edwards injured doesn't help. And they had a couple other injuries tonight too, which is unfortunate. But because it's just going to get harder from here. It's really hard to sustain every week because you're playing games now. The most healthy and most explosive and electric the most healthy and electric everyone should have been in was game 1. And that happened 2 weeks ago, so basically last week. But they just finished their second game, going on to their third week. So they're just going to get debilitated over time. This is how the season works. And they already had a lot of these injuries. So they have to tighten up. They have to really get in the film room and build the continuity again. Because I'm seeing things trying to be replicated and reminded of last year, put into this team with another year of experience for all these guys, but they don't have the same seniors and people in certain places last year, and that's lacking. And I think they're trying to mix the two, and it's not working. It's like a two negative magnets. It won't mesh. So I know I highlight a lot. The videos mainly for Mater Dei in terms of like their outlook on things and their first 2 games in analysis. And I'm only really highlighting them because of how much press they got earlier in the year, saying that they're the best team in the county. And then it's like it wasn't even close. But things are starting to change now, so I want to highlight that. But yeah, I give credit to Carlsbad. Carlsbad doesn't have the most athletic players. They didn't play with the tight end Zach Marshall. He's sitting out due to transfer rules for half the season. They still came out with a big win, and that was their first game of the season. Big win away. So shout out to them, props to them. Looking to go out to a Carlsbad game to watch Julian Sayan, see how he plays. But man, I'm seeing a lot of holes in Mater Dei, and I'm hoping that they can patch those up and fill them as soon as they can, because like I said, they got to face Lincoln, they got to face Madison, they got to face all these teams, and they're coming up pretty quick, and it's going to happen really fast. And Nankil only has so much. He's not the biggest guy in the world. He's not used to playing this way. So he's a warrior. He's going to keep fighting, but for someone that has played the position, it's going to be a long season for him if he's going to be playing like this, running and escaping the pocket, trying to make amazing plays to make up for the crap that the offensive line is leaving for him. It just doesn't work. There's been no successful team in the history that has been able to go through a full season like that. They have to tighten up.